Usyk said he's willing to fight Canelo at cruiserweight. When I first heard it, I was like, there's just no way in hell. I know, no, Shrek. We're going to have a real talk about it. We're going to have a real talk about it just because I think it should be, like, we have to have some fun here, right? We can't always be too serious. Usyk being heavier now and going back down to cruiser would be interesting. It's losing over 20 pounds. That's not easy to do. Canelo, on the other hand, I don't think would ever take this fight in a million years. And it's because of this. Usyk, compared to most guys at cruiser and at heavy, can dance and he can move. And so it doesn't really stack up all that well for Canelo. Because now you're not able to get an angle and take advantage of it the same way you would against most guys in these kind of general weight classes. I think Usyk in this case would absolutely dominate. He has the power, he has the experience, he has the size, he has the footwork. And although I like Canelo, I think Canelo's a fantastic fighter, it just doesn't add up. Like, the math of it doesn't add up when you look at it. Do I want it to? Yeah, it would be amazing. This is where someone comes in, says, well, you know, Callum Smith was oversized. Callum Smith can't move or do half the things Usyk can. Here's a little bit of Usyk's stats for you in case you forgot. He actually has a KO percentage of almost 70%, by the way. It just doesn't make sense. Came in at 221 pounds in his last fight. You could see where he went up from Tony Bellew in these fights right here, where he's like hanging around right around 200 pounds. Came up to the big boy range around 220. And the thing is, if Usyk moves as well as he does right now, imagine what he's going to look like when he drops back down. Canelo is 5'8", 70-inch reach. Also has a similar KO percentage, a little bit less than Usyk, actually. And you're talking about a guy that just fought at 168 pounds. Let's take the size out of it completely. Let's just talk about logistics, okay? Take the size out of it. Usyk's either going to fight AJ or Fury. That's it. Two options. If somehow AJ takes step aside, he's taking the Fury fight. That's what Fury wants. That's what he wants. If AJ doesn't take step aside, then he's fighting AJ. That's the spring. Fall would be a Fury fight, because Fury would fight, hopefully, Dillian White for mandatory. And then from there, would fight Usyk. Although I love this idea, and it's a fun little thought experiment, Canelo has to either stay at 168 and deal with mandatories and BS, or he has to move up. And he's obviously looking at light heavy. He's going to fight Bivol and better BF. If you ask me, those are the two fights that make the most sense for Canelo, because they're belts that I think he could win. And then move up. If he wanted to do a cruiserweight crack, he could do it.